How is the war affecting real estate? I get this question a lot lately because of all my experience of being in the business for decades, going through wars, pandemics, uh, economic meltdowns in 2008. The things that you see with over 30 years experience gives you some insight. So I will give you some insight, especially when a lot of agents have been in the business less than 10 years. Less than, let's say this, 2000, for 9/11, wars, pandemics, meltdowns, all of that. Just imagine all the things that happened in the last 30 years of me being in real estate. Again, it's not that I'm smarter than anybody. It's just what I've experienced. I experienced this. And there's a lot of agents, they're not even 30. I still remember when I opened my company 28 years ago. And I remember many years ago when I hit about the 22 mark. So about 6 years ago, I said, hey, I opened my company 22 years ago. And the student said, hey, I'm 21. I wasn't even born yet. I'm like, oh my God. I started my company, and some of my agents weren't even born yet. It was a turning point. Sorry, I'm getting off the topic, but let me give you some insight to that. What is the common denominator of all of the major things that are happening? Sometimes very negative, bad things happening in our world, financially and everything else. Is uncertainty. That's it. It's uncertainty that is holding people back. When the pandemic started, I thought, wow, this is the time. Wow, we're sheltered at home. People are freaking out. This is something that's going to stop real estate. I was legitimately the first time worried about real estate. And wow, was I wrong. People were like, I have to move. I have to move. I have to move. I don't care if they're shut down. They're banging on the title company. Close this, transfer this. I need the keys. I gotta get out. I gotta do this. I got a job. I gotta move. I need the money. Whatever reason, real estate doesn't stop. So in real estate right now, because some agents are calling me and they're scared about the world. Yes, we could be scared about the world, but I tell you this, do not be scared about real estate. It ups and downs. It's not gonna stop. It doesn't stop. It's just it's like a roller coaster. So and it's not something. It's kind of like the stock market, ups and downs and ups and downs. It doesn't stay down. So when the good news of the not so good news, when you're in a ultimately historic low for the number of houses being sold, it's going to go up the other way sometime. I don't know when. Hopefully, starts more this year and next year and keeps on going up, but it comes down because, like the beginning of this year, we started great. Rates came down. We're like, oh, good. We're going to get into the spring market. Bam, a war starts. And uncertainty happens. People hold on. Also, again, some of the things, is my opinion, and what happens is that people are staying. We'll just stick with Ohio, not markets where like vacation capital of the world, second home capital of the world, Airbnb and rental house capital of the world places. I'm talking about Ohio, people buying and selling just because they have to in life, other than a small part of rental markets. But people are living longer. People are healthier longer in general. God willing, you live forever. But I'm saying it's a little bit of a joke, but I'm serious too. One thing we do not want in real estate, we shouldn't but want people to be happy. Don't worry about that. We don't want people to live in their house forever. Please don't live in your house forever. We used to have people move on average, every 7 years on average. It's going longer. It's going longer. So just imagine everybody bought their first house, like maybe my parents' generation did. My parents bought a house. They lived there for 60 years. Not 60 years. Let's say lived there 45 years. If everybody did that, wow, what kind of real estate market will we have on that? But that's a joke, but also serious. But right now, people are living longer. They're not moving. They're able to get around. We have different services so people can stay in their houses longer. It's easier to fix up your house and remodel your house. There's not as many options of people downsizing for cheaper. That's another thing. If you look around, someone says, wow, I want to downsize. And then they find out downsizing is going to cost them a lot more money. Then they don't downsize. Like, why would we downsize and take on a payment? Why would we downsize and double our house value? You see that a lot. The building in new houses or downsizing isn't saving anybody any money. So just because of the market. So these things happen, but eventually it kicks in. So we're in that the last few years post-COVID, just interest rates skyrocket. Well, historically still low, but from twos and threes, double, more than double of what they were. Wars, pandemics, people living longer. The prices of downsizing or moving is not cheaper than staying where you're at. These things happen. But what is it? It just prolongs the inevitable that everybody is going to sell their house eventually. It's just when. We don't have less houses. We have more houses. So it's not like something happened in our world where all of a sudden there's less houses to sell. Also, it's not like as realtors, all of a sudden, 20% of all the houses sold are sold by for sale by owners and they took 20%. No, still over 90% are sold with a realtor out there. So it's not like our market went away. It's just prolonging the inevitable. So it's just in waiting. It's hibernating, so to say, and it's going to happen. But what your personal business is going to affect when the market picks up, that's all. No one can tell except you. Do you have those buyers lined up? Are you got them on the phone? Are you prospecting knowing that, gosh, I got this many buyers, future buyers in my database that I've had conversation with, and I know if I click on them in my database, I know they go on my notes. They say I'm talking to these people 2-3 times a year, 4 times a year. I'm having a conversation with them. They say they're going to look in about 2 years. I know I got them as hooked as possible with me. They have my number. I'm in front of them, ready to help them. These are all my possible sellers. These are all the people I know that are homeowners in my database. They told me if I click on them, they're selling within 2 or 3 years. They're selling in 5 years. They're selling in 7 years. Another joke. They say they're going to live here forever, but they're in perfect health and they're in 60s. So, geez, God willing, they're not selling for 30 more years. But you're 40 years old and you're a realtor, and the average age of a realtor is 55. So 30 years from now, you could sell their house because you're still going to be in real estate, because over 30% of all the realtors are over the age of 60. So let me do the math here. You're 40 years old and you have someone that says they're going to sell their house in 20 years when they retire. You're going to be there for them because you'll be 60 and you'll be just over the average age of a realtor. So that's how far along you have to plan. And the longer you do it and prospect and build that database and put those people in there and keep on putting people in there, it catches up to you. So it doesn't matter what the market is. It's just inevitable. Everybody will move. Every house will sell. It's just when. That's it. And are you going to be there? So that's it. Thank you for listening today. Just wanted to let you know it's terrible what happens in the world sometimes, but real estate is always good, because there's always someone buying or selling. It's just how many. That's all. And you could take their piece of the pie. Of agents this year doing better than they had the best first quarter of any business they've been in the last 20 years. And it's not market driven. It's their own personal production and hard work. And anybody could do that. So that's it. Have a wonderful day and a great weekend, and hope to talk to many of you very soon. Bye bye.